Hello, welcome to the channel. Today's video is going to be a Vegas video. We spent a weekend in Vegas. We stayed at the Paris. Primarily, I'm going to focus on Fontainebleu. So we did a status match to Fontainebleu, which gave us the food credits and the spa credits. We used both of the food credits this weekend, one at the China Club and one at Don Prime. The food was amazing. I'll show you everything we got. I'll go through at the end of the video everything we spent for the weekend. As always, I think you'll be surprised about how little we spent on our Vegas weekend trip. Stay tuned.
Valerie, Kyle Travel Channel.
It's always the best feeling when we get to the airport and we're finally back in Vegas, home away from home. So we stayed at the Paris. Now we had one comp night, and then we had an additional comp night because we earned the tiers to get to the next level. So we stayed for 2 nights. Both were comped. We do love the Paris. The inside is super pretty because it's painted like the sky. You can see the bottom legs of the Eiffel Tower in there. The only thing I heard recently that was so devastating was that they took out the crepe stand, which of all places in Vegas to have a crepe stand, why not keep it in Paris? I think there's another one pretty near, but when I heard that I was so sad. The crepes are delicious. All right, 20th floor, following Mr. Sweaty Yeti here. This was our first time staying at the Paris. We weren't quite sure what to expect. When we got off the elevator, there were about 5 different options of which way to go to find your room. So we finally got down. We were all the way at the end of the hallway. All right, we're in our little room for the weekend.
Some rooms can see the Bellagio fountains. I don't know if that's us.
Uh-oh. We got the corner view special.
We can see the top of the Ferris wheel. We can see Ellis Island.
You know, that's all that really matters, right? Then we have a nice little bed, cute little area, little desk, separate bathroom.
You can see the flamingo.
Oh, you can
see a little bit of the fountain.
A little slice of a fountain. That's cute. All right. Well, for a comped room, can't complain. Get to see some construction. Get to see some fountain.
A
little bit of everything.
I guess this is where Valerie goes to timeout. Timeout room.
This is my timeout room, right next to the bathroom.
A tub and a shower.
All right.
And a nice flickering bulb.
Flickering light, little tub, little shower.
Little strobe light action.
Strobe light. It's my timeout chair. This is a nice little extra chair thingy. Here's Kyle. Getting into everything. Can't leave him alone for 2 seconds. He'll tear the room apart.
We got some things for the fridge.
Although we stayed at the Paris, which we did really enjoy, the whole point was to go to Fontainebleu for the dinner for each night because we had the dining credit. We also went to the spa. You can see the view from the Fontainebleu that night was really beautiful. The weather was great. The one thing I absolutely love at Fontainebleu is the flowers. They have these massive flower displays. They never disappoint. It's just gorgeous. So we are headed through the casino to go find some more flowers, of course. Giant bundles of roses that I can't imagine how much they spend on flowers, honestly. And they are real. They're all just these giant, beautiful bouquets for anyone who loves flowers. Even if you just go to Fontainebleu and look at all the flower displays, they're just beautiful. Our first dinner is going to be at China Club. Now, we had an entire Peking duck, which we arranged prior to. We actually arranged it a couple days beforehand. That's what they recommended doing just to make sure that they had it ready to go. Along with the full Peking duck, you did get house-made pancake on the side, baby cucumber, scallions, and duck sauce, almost to make little duck tacos. There was more than enough food. Everything was absolutely amazing. When we got there, the table was just perfectly set up. We did order a super fancy drink. Take a look. Amazing drink that is not water, even though it looks like water. What do you think? What notes do you get? What do you think of it?
Tastes like Kool-Aid. Tastes like strawberry kiwi Crystal Light packets.
Okay, she just brought out the tray holder thingy for the duck. The luggage rack for the duck. They definitely make this a full experience. So we have the entire duck. What he's going to do is put it on the rack, and he's actually going to carve the duck while we're sitting there. The first thing he carved was a layer of the skin off the top, and he slivered it off, sliced it, and cut it into small squares, and then had that all plated separately. That was the first thing that he handed us, and he called them crispy duck skin chips. I wish that I had an entire another plate of those. You can see him cutting the skin off right now. It was so delicious. They were just, I don't even know how to explain it, honestly. It wasn't as greasy as you would think. They melted in your mouth. They were buttery. My goodness, I wish I had more. And what they explained to us was that unlike other restaurants where if you get a full duck, they already have it cooked and they deep fry it and then basically just make it hot again and serve it. What they do here is every morning they roast the duck and they have it prepared that day, which means it's so fresh. It was incredible. You can see the plate of duck here. He arranged it all. We have the scallions, the cucumbers, rice was extra on the side. And these are the little pancakes so that you can make little tacos while you enjoy all of the duck. I cannot recommend this enough. This is something that I thought was so amazing. I would honestly go back and pay full price for. I know I focus a lot on the deals that we get. My goodness, was this delicious. Those duck skin chips at the beginning, I keep coming back to those because I was so amazed at how much I enjoyed eating them. If you've ever had duck in the past, which I have, this is a completely different experience. Everything is super fresh. The skin is crispy. It's not as fatty as you would expect. Like I said, they do roast it fresh that day, so it hasn't been cooked and then additionally deep fried. I hope you try it. If you do, please comment. Please let me know what you think. I will recommend this all day to anyone who's interested. So after our amazing, delicious dinner, we wrapped up the night with some gambling at Fontainebleu, really enjoyed ourselves, had the full experience there. We had a pretty packed day scheduled for tomorrow. We had massages and Dawn Prime. So here's what happened at the Paris the next morning. This is how we started our day. Alright, we tried to use the elevator and it was completely packed. So we waited for 6 different elevators. We're on the 20th floor. Now we're on the 10th floor. And we have 10 more flights to go. And we'll probably get downstairs at the same time as the other people waiting, but there ended up being about 10 people when we left. We just couldn't wait anymore. We did have a quick stop at Dunkin' to use our Amex credit, so I got a caramel macchiato. We played video poker at Fontainebleu while waiting for our massage. We love playing video poker. You can order really nice drinks. They're on the house while you're playing. So we probably got $100 worth of drinks while we were just hanging out playing video poker. All right, we are headed to our reservations. We have leg massages and face,
Come with the eyes.
something with that eye rejuvenation. Kyle booked them, so I'm sure they'll be
So here is nothing.
amazing because who doesn't love a good massage?
It smells different in here.
So after you check in, they take you to a nice relaxation room. They had some drinks, some water with, I think, cucumber or lemon or stones. They had some nuts to snack on, and you just kind of hang out until you're ready. So we had a leg massage and eye rejuvenation. This is what the room looked like. It was a community room, so there were probably 10 chairs, but everyone was very quiet. You had your own person, and it was so relaxing. The screen changed from leaves to dark to all over the place. I had never experienced something like that before, but I absolutely loved it and 100% would go back. Our next stop on our foodie weekend is Don's Prime. So when you walk in, there's a giant bar and it's just beautifully set up. We did stop and have a drink right after we checked in before we were waiting to be seated. They're very prompt, so it wasn't too long after we checked in that we got taken to our table. From our table, we could see some of the meat that was being dry aged. It looks like those are going to become tomahawk steaks, probably with the giant bones. And just like China Club, the table was just perfectly set out right when we got there. So we had the drink from the bar that we ordered. They did bring out some bread as an appetizer. There was pull apart bread with peppercorns and then also pretzel sticks. Both of those were, of course, delicious. Sometimes we do things and afterwards we question why we didn't just split a meal, but we didn't. So he got a half chicken, which was I think just over 40, fries on the side. I got an 18-ounce dry aged New York strip, and that was about $95. The outside did look dark, but when I cut into it, it was cooked absolutely perfect. Medium, super juicy. The outside crust was beyond flavorful. I 100% will go back and get another steak. I can't decide between the steak today and duck yesterday which one I liked better. Both restaurants, absolutely amazing food. Definitely go try them. For me, it's not quite a complete trip to Vegas without a stop into the Bellagio Conservatory. They do an absolutely amazing job every time they change over from season to season. This was the summer, so we had hot air balloons, just absolutely beautiful. All the flowers, everything they put into it. It's 100% worth a stop every time we go. Unfortunately, after we went through the conservatory, it was time to go back to the Paris, grab all our things, pack up, head back home, and calculate how much we spent. Here's what the weekend looked like. Starting with the travel logistics, the Paris hotel, like I mentioned, we had one comp night, one tier credit night, so that was zero. For Ubers, we did have a $75 credit. We didn't spend anything on that. Frontier flights, 107.96. Southwest, 153.98. We have a companion pass. We did use an Amex flight credit, so that was zero out of pocket. Airport parking, 35 total. 143. Next is food. So airport water, 16, beer and fries, 32, Chipotle, 33, Don's Prime. We had 150 dining credits, so 50 with the tip. Same for China Club. We went to the airport Dunkin', $18. and then had some bagels at the airport, 23, ate at another restaurant, 22, 244 for that. Entertainment, Fontainebleu, we went to the spa for the spa credit, $12. We went to the Bellagio Conservatory, that doesn't cost anything. So $12 here. Normally, you can see on our trips, we do have a lot of things scheduled, but because we had two dinners already scheduled and a massage where we had to be there at specific times, we didn't want to overbook and keep scheduling things when we could go to the Bellagio. We could walk around. We popped into Treasure Island to gamble for a little bit. We had never been in there. That was really great. Our trip total all in was $399. Comment below if you plan on going to China Club, Don's Prime, what kind of deals you get. I would love to know. As always, thank you so much for watching. Check out our other Vegas trip when we went for under 500. Subscribe, and we'll see you next time.